Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future. You or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Okay? Remember that. Tarot is a tool, it is not the final rule. And it's a good idea to have an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up. Thank you all for stopping by and saying hi. Hi. Okay. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, you'd invite everyone you knew. All right, I don't know the rest of that song. Okay. Okay, you will see the biggest gift would be from me. And the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. Okay? Yes, very classic. All are welcome on this channel. All contributions are highly appreciated. Okay? Hope you're feeling wonderful. Hope you're feeling revitalized, refreshed. New beginning, new things. As we walk through this portal, this new moon, energy is here. Okay. Let's get into it. Let's get it started and hit. All right. Someone could be feeling very upbeat, okay? I'm hearing up-tempo. Maybe you work with music. You could be a musician or a songwriter, a composer, a beat engineer, okay? That's what I call him. Is that right? Beat engineer. You could be someone that works in performing arts. I'm picking up a lot of talent energy here. You could be a singer, okay? A rapper. Someone has a great tenor. A tenor voice, an alto. Someone is multifaceted. Someone has a lot of range, a lot of vocal range. This could be something that you went to school for, you've trained for. This could also be something that you do on the side. Maybe you have some kind of gig on the side of your regular job where you maybe get paid to perform. Maybe 2 to 3 times a week or whenever called or necessary, okay? Singing is a passion for you. The musical arts is a passion for you. You understand that the business is not easy, but you're not willing to give up. All right, that's why they had me starting off singing, okay? The first card that we have here, collective, is the Lover's card, okay? You could be in a very nurturing relationship, a relationship where your spouse does support your career. If you have a performance, this is someone who's likely to show up. This isn't anyone who's, jealous or envious of their partner. They could be in performing arts of some sort. If it's not singing, rapping, writing, composing, they could be part of a band or play multiple instruments. You both are very talented, okay? From time to time, though, you both could find it difficult. Oh, this energy is different, but I like it. You both could find it very challenging or difficult to make time for each other, quality time, because you both are passionate about your career. As a small child, you could be someone who's taken up like modern dance, jazz dance, tap dance, ballet. You've always known that this is what you wanted to do, but you also have an understanding that you have chosen to make it a side hustle while you grind to make it your permanent hustle. All right, collective. Ooh, and they steady got me singing. Okay. So you love to sing. You sing, you rap, you do something in the performing arts umbrella. Yeah, because they got me constantly singing. I mean, I like singing too, but they got me just singing and I just can't stop. Okay. The next card we have here is the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is someone who is willing to be a student, someone who's willing to learn, willing to grow. And as I said, I picked up that you have been very talented as a child. You have been training for this. Maybe in your younger years, in your younger years, maybe you took in vocal training to practice your range, but your voice has developed so beautifully. You could be someone who sings in a church choir as well. You could have people who hire you to sing at different events, whether it's a nightclub setting, whether it's a karaoke bar. But these are gigs that you get paid for. This is a side, this is not only a passion for you, this is a stream of income for you, along with your regular job. So I see you as someone very independent. You're not lazy at all, whoever you are. Very hardworking, very determined. You could have your own place. You could also have had family that question um, your security, when it comes to your future. Maybe question as in your bravery. They see you as someone very brave and courageous to pursue your singing career, to become world renowned, to receive the notoriety and travel the world and show your talents. Okay. Yes, this is singing, but you have many other skills and talents as well. Okay. And so the next card we have here is the Eight of Swords. And so there could have been a moment in your life where maybe you set on your talents, you were maybe not that sure of yourself, or maybe you had someone trying to block you from showing your talents. Now, this could have been a parental figure because I'm picking up you're very strong. You're not lazy. You work a full time job and have a side hustle. Financially, you're good, but you work very hard to maintain what you have. And the reason, you're not like living at home and maybe pursuing these singing gigs while, living at home, renting a room from someone or living in someone's basement, and, until things take off. You have chosen to make sure that you are independent so that you can increase and you can better your craft so that you can practice, enhance your craft. You have chosen to be independent in order to enhance your craft, but you want to do this in peace, okay? And so that's why you are doing the two job situation or the job and the hustle situation. But it's paying off and working out for you very swell, okay? Maybe you were living at home, whether it was with your parents or maybe someone in your family, and you felt like you were blocked. Maybe they had strenuous rules towards you, whether you are an adult or 18. As you begin to mature and to develop into your independency, maybe they showed a lot of disdain, a lot of dislike for your craft and the direction that your life was going in. And so you made it up in your mind, like, look, this is who I am. I'm not giving it up. I'm going to show the world my talents, my gifts. I was born with this. I'm passionate about it. And so you understood and you came to the conclusion, that you were going to work hard so that you could have your own place. It's nothing like having a peace of mind. It's not about the money. It's about the peace of mind. I bring that up in every read because if you don't have peace, you don't have nothing at all. And that is assisting you. Spirit is saying, stay focused and keep going. You're doing wonderful. And there's something that's going to take off for you. They're not showing me what it is in this moment. But there is something, you're increasingly well. Okay. They're saying you're doing increasingly well, your spirit guides. stay focused and make sure you do what you have to do to continue to maintain your independence, such as having your own living space, so that you can have a social life, okay? Because just as well as you work hard and play hard, you deserve to have a social life. You deserve to be able to have company if you want, or have your lover, come through, or whatever it is, spend a night or whatever. So this independency, though, is helping you maintain your serenity and your balance. That's the word, serenity, and your balance, so that you're able to stay focused and be consistent with enhancing your skills and your ability in your career. You're doing increasingly well. There it is again. Okay. And so just because things may not be taken off for you as fast or swift as you would want it to, don't assume. That you'll never meet your mark, that you'll never make it to whatever goal that you have set or in mind for yourself. Okay. So, yes, your spirit team wants you to stay focused. You're very talented. You have a beautiful voice. They got me singing. I sing on my channel, but not that much. But you love what you do, okay? And so the next card we have here is the Seven of Swords energy. And so you could have felt very uncertain, in the past, or currently there may be moments of uncertainty, but they want you to stay focused because something is going to take off for you. And this could also be someone who does acting, okay, or someone who screenwrites, screenplays, someone who likes to do skits, okay? Maybe you're doing skits, you're posting them on social media, you're trying to get recognized or seen. That's a wonderful thing to do. That is a way to get seen. We are in a new era, so things are different, okay? There are still talent agents that are out. There are people looking for talent. There are people looking to invest and create. And so, yeah, keep going, keep posting, keep creating. Okay. Maybe you like to do comedy. Maybe you like to do comedy skits, things to make people laugh. That falls under the umbrella of creative arts. Okay. There's a lot of different levels of talent when I say creative arts. Okay. So keep going. Keep going. You're so determined, but in the right way, and you're applying yourself where it is necessary. We can say what we want, what we desire, but I'm picking up the energy and I'm seeing it as I pull the cards, and these messages, these downloads are coming. You're applying it in the right places. You know what you want, and you're very direct about it. And you're letting nothing get in your way. Okay? Nothing. Okay. The next card we have here is the Page of Wands. Okay. And so the Page of Wands, very enthusiastic, very curious. Okay. Just like the Page of Swords. You're enthusiastic, you're curious, and you're willing to be a student. You're willing to learn. You're willing to learn what it takes to enhance the gifts that you already have. Okay. Though you have been in training and been hired to do different gigs and perform, you're not arrogant. Some people become kind of arrogant and feel like, oh, well, my voice is perfect. There's nothing I need to change. Well, depending on what you're singing, depending on the crowd, that kind of thing. And so it's good that you're not being haughty. You're willing to make the changes that are necessary. Okay, so beautiful, very focused. You know how to prioritize very well, because it's all about changing your world and living your best life. And nobody wants it more than you, collective. And as I always, remind people, be mindful. Even as I speak to you, I speak to myself. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, or whatever your desires are. You cannot expect anyone outside of you to want it more than you. You are the MVP. You are the star player. Nobody is going to want you to be more successful or happy than you. No one is going to want you to be more healthy or wealthy than you. And you can't expect that. There will be people who will support you. The world is not all bad, because it's all about balance. So just as well as there are negative people, there are also great people out there. But nobody's going to want it more than you. And you can't live your life expecting someone else to want it. And you are someone who, you want it, you desire it, you often visualize it, you see yourself in, that new era, on that new path, meeting your goal, but not only that, you're working towards it. And that's the difference. Lots of determined energy here, but it's not with anxiety. It's not in being nervous or paranoid or afraid. You know where and how to apply your energy. I'll say that. Okay. Like you're in a relationship, or you're dating someone. You're dating, you love your partner, but I'm not picking up that you're someone that would allow a relationship to stop you from, like, maybe going on the road. If someone offered you a gig and your lover said, I don't want you to go, you would be like, well, sorry, I guess this is where we break up then, because this is my career. This is who I am. You knew this when you met me. You're either in support of me or you're against me. And I'm not saying that to be malicious. I'm giving that as an example of how dedicated you are and how serious you are. When opportunity knocks, for you, you're ready to open that door. Okay. So in life, as we set goals, once we conquer that goal, there's another goal. Then once we conquer that goal, there's another goal. And so, yeah, Spirit is also saying enjoy the journey, and I think you're already aware of that. I heard someone say, I already know that. You're already aware of that. You're very grounded, very centered, okay? You can be very spiritual as well. You may believe in meditation. You may be practicing it already on your own. You have some form of grounding work that you do. Maybe you sit in stillness, okay? Some people just sit in silence, okay, as a form of meditation, without their phone, without any interruptions, and just reflect, okay? And so you could be someone who does that as well from time to time. You're constantly finding ways to recalibrate your energy, which is beautiful because you are the star. You're very aware that you are the star. You know who you are. You know why you came here. It's your time, great fortune. You have a lot of good faith and a lot of happy moments ahead of you. So continue to visualize, continue to believe in yourself, and stay persistent in your actions. It sounds like that's all I need to say to you. Just stay persistent because you pretty much got it down pat. And you could also have family that is very shocked, very shocked. Maybe they were opinionated, saying, we rather for you to go to college and do something different, or we rather for you to take this job over here. And you said, no, no, thank you. I hear your opinion. No, thank you. And if it means I have to move out of your home, I respect that. And you have your own, and you have been maintaining this for several years, maybe 2 to 3 years, or even longer than that. And they want you to keep it that way. There's something about you having the ability to maintain this independence. You're able to enhance your skills, and you're able to just move better periodically. You're able to manifest even more. Your manifestation skills are increasing. You're enhancing the skills that you have, whether it's, acting, dancing, singing, writing, creating in any way. You need that peace of mind, they're saying. You need that quietness. You need to be able to get off of work and go home, and doesn't matter whether it's a house, an efficiency, or an apartment. You need your own place because the kind of work that you are involved in and the life that you are building, you're in your building phase. You really don't need the distractions if you don't have to tolerate them. I understand that we all have different situations, okay, but the path that you are on, you need your peace of mind. And because you're working towards it, it's very wise, okay? So, and pretty much any, whoo, that no one can say, they did this and did that. No, you're doing it all on your own, even in the building phase, okay? That person that told you, you got to go, if you're not going to do what I say, they will look up and they will, I won't say regret, they will possibly apologize to you and give you a congratulations. Like, I'm proud of you. You made it. I didn't believe in you, but now I see. There will be some people who won't say that, but they will flip, okay? A lot of people don't often say what they feel. Some do. The brave ones will, but there will be a lot of people, they're shocked now at how long you have been maintaining your independence. They want to know, even with all the changes worldwide within the economy, how are you doing it? Okay. You know? Okay, now I'm here. It's by God's grace. What is that? Trinity? Trinity something, 5-7. All things through Christ Jesus. Okay, you tell them, it's through God's grace. Okay, it's through Christ. Okay, that's who's helping you along. You let them know you're spiritually in tune. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, and they got a problem, they can take it up with Source. Okay. And so the next card that we have here is the beautiful King of Cups here. The King of Cups is love, balance, and creativity. All right, love, balance, and creativity. So there could be someone who is watching you, and even though you could be in a relationship or you may not be in a relationship, but there is someone eyeing you. The fact that you are independent and this person could be aware, they don't know you personally. This could be someone at your job, someone that just knows your first and last name, and what department you work in. They could know that you have a hobby and is singing. There's someone watching who admires your independence, and they feel like you would be the perfect other half for them. Whether you're in a relationship or not, male or female, this person is eyeing you, collective, and they're like, collective's a good catch over there. With my brains and their brains, oh, we can strike a mighty blow. We would be the perfect couple. So there's someone very interested in you romantically, could possibly approach you. This could be someone at your job, okay? May reveal to you that they're attracted to you and they want to know if you are interested in maybe going out with them. They are attracted to your independence. They are attracted to, maybe you've had discussions, or maybe this person has even came to a performance or something of yours and noticed you. Like, hey, that's so and so. I work with that person. It's my coworker on that stage singing. Okay, but they like it. They love your voice. They love what you do. You could be a comedian as well. Okay, picked up comedy earlier. You could be a comedian as well, so they love what you do. Okay, maybe there's a hangout or somewhere where you have invited coworkers to see you perform, or there's a hangout where everybody go once a week, maybe to grab a drink, maybe just to catch up on things, something like that. Okay. And so these kings out here, now we have the King of Swords here. Okay, the King of Swords. And so this person could have a lot of ambition, their mental power and their courage is, they're very confident within themselves. They're not worried about a thing, very confident. You see, sitting in the pool, having his drink and a cigar. They're not worried about a thing, they can't wait to ask you to see your response, whether you're in a relationship or not. This person may even be aware that you are taken, but they like, look, they haven't went out with me yet. I don't care if the collective is taken. They haven't went out with me. They haven't seen how I dance. They haven't seen me wearing my favorite shirt. That kind of energy there, okay? And so the next card here is the Emperor here. This Emperor energy is representing you could come across some kind of deal, some kind of prosperity. This is where your luck is turning, such as that star energy, and you begin to sparkle even more. You become even more brighter. You may be offered some kind of contract, and this contract may be something that's going to give you a leg up. This may give you more exposure. Okay. You already have a following, or you could be have a lot of notoriety, but this could give you more exposure in whatever your talent or your gift or skill is, where you'll be seen, and could also lead you to other jobs and opportunities. That's the fun fact about life. You never know where your goal lies in life. None of us do. And when you step out on faith and you trust in the process, and you expect a positive outcome. When you give your all and your intentions are pure, Something positive is bound to happen for you. Now, it may not arrive the way you expected, but something positive will eventually manifest itself for you. I'm speaking to those who are pouring into themselves, doing the work, working towards progress, but they're not trying to hurt anyone in the process, excuse me, to get to the progress. They're not trying to hurt anyone. They're not trying to sabotage, they're not in that toxic energy. I'm talking to those who are focused on themselves. Okay. Um, you just never know in life, no matter who you are. It's like taking a job you don't want and then finding the job you do want through taking the one you didn't want. You may meet somebody that has connections. And not to say that you should be in the energy of looking to receive something, no, but always be in the energy of expecting a positive outcome. Always be in the energy of trusting and knowing that you'll always be provided for. As long as your intentions are pure. And you can't fool the universe. You cannot fool yourself. You cannot fool the Christ within. Spirit knows what you're up to. But this is for those who have those pure intentions. It looks like this offer, this contract, is going to give you more exposure. It comes with a nice financial bonus. And so it may pivot you in a direction of maybe resigning your current employment, okay? Resigning, enough money to put up, not go and splurge. I see you're very wise when it comes to finances, and that's another reason why you are successful, and people, especially your family and people who know you, friends and associates, they're shocked, at how long you've been maintaining, Spirit is saying. But this contract is going to come with a bonus, enough for you to put away in the bank somewhere, and even if you do resign your job, not quick, because I see you giving a 2 weeks notice, in case you have to return, which would be wise, okay? But I don't see that you're going to have to return. I say that because I'm picking up that you're a decent person, which I'm speaking of. You're a person who you have pure intentions, whoever you are. You're just about living your best life. Okay, life is not perfect. None of us are, but you're about getting to the bag and enjoying yourself in the process. And taking one day at a time. But this opportunity is going to lead you and not require you, but it's going to give you the option to go ahead, turn in that 2 weeks notice, take this bonus, put it to the side. You're not going to blow through it. Just in case something occurs, you will be covered. But it's going to lead you to another opportunity. And, actually, that's how things work when you're networking, especially, if you are in the limelight, if you are world renowned, you always hear it's all about relationships, but yeah, it's going to open up doors for you. You will be in spaces and places around people who can connect you. And this is not because you're planning something, this is natural. This is from the work you have put in. This is from what you've been working on since a small child. This is a passion. This is written in the stars. This is for someone. It's in your contract for you to be world renowned and share your gifts. We all are born with multiple gifts. If we choose to tap into them, we do that on our own. It happens at different times, but you are chosen to do this. Whether it's singing, acting, dancing, being a famous cook, okay, whatever it is, modeling. You could be a model. You are chosen for this. And so your networking ability is going to increase. It's going to take a rapid increase, in your life, where maybe you had one or two friends who knew people, but you're going to become that person that knows people. Okay, you'll be mingling, with the right folks. You'll be in the right area, in the right space at the right time to hear about the auditions that are coming up, where to be, what they're looking for, to hear about, what's happening, yeah, it's like you'll be getting early dibs on opportunities for you to progress. Okay. And so the next card we have here is the Ten of Cups. I mean, I'm not the Ten of Cups. I've spoken to fruition, so the Ten of Cups is coming for you, collective. We have the Knight of Cups, okay? The Knight of Cups is chivalry, romance, and communication. So this is that person who is interested in you. But right now, you may not have time to entertain that date. You may want to, whether you're in a relationship or not. Look, that is none of my business. I'm not going to tell your business unless they watch this video, okay? Okay. So it's not that you're being rude. You may tell this person, look, thanks but no thanks right now. I'm busy, okay? Especially if you're dating more than one person. Maybe your romance life is going to have to pause for a moment because you're busy making your dreams come true. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? And so the next card we have here is the Six of Cups energy. And so I see you being in a more upbeat, childlike energy. You're not sad now, but your happiness will be increasing. You'll be smiling more. You are being catapulted, like pushed. You're being like accelerated. Someone like being pushed into on a stage or pushed in a room, not against your will, but like you're being blessed. It's like a golden light behind you and blessing you and putting you where you need to be because you have passed the test of endurance. You have passed the test of being independent. You have passed the test of, sticking to your craft and not giving up. You're one of those people who refuse to perish from planet Earth with the shoulda, woulda, coulda theory. Okay. There are many people, have dreams and aspirations, and they have a lot of good ideas. There are people with a lot of good ideas, but very few choose to pursue them. They talk about them, they fantasize about them, and they just sit on their hopes, their dreams, their aspirations. Okay, very few. Some people are afraid of making mistakes. That comes in life. We all will make mistakes. No one is perfect. We're here to learn, so you have to be willing to laugh at yourself. Don't be so worried about being the laughing stock. Laugh at yourself. Everybody make mistakes. It is what it is. And move on. Let it make you stronger. Okay. And that's just so true. A lot of people with a lot of good ideas, inventions, book ideas. A lot of people can sing, dance, rap, act, interior design, and they sit on their craft. Sit on it. They don't want to pursue it. And because we have free will, they choose not to. Okay? But this is for you because you are the strong one. Look at that tattoo. Isn't that dope? Okay, maybe you are a tattoo artist as well. Okay, that's a creative art as well. Yes, it is. Maybe you're going to become a popular tattoo artist. Okay, maybe you could be opening your own shop. Maybe you could be expanding the shop that you have. Maybe you got a booth and maybe you want your own storefront, your own space, a bigger space. Yes, there's many ways that you can expand on your talents and your gifts. It's all about your passion and your perception. And that's why I always say we don't have to be jealous of anyone. We can really focus on our own selves and what works for us because we all are uniquely, individually, divinely created. There's no need for us to imitate or duplicate the lifestyle of anyone, but we can work on our own passions and goals. And you're someone who is doing that. There is nothing that you can't obtain. If you think you can't, you're just not willing to do the work. That's all. That's all. There are people who are very successful who will tell you, and wealthy and rich, they will tell you that they have been denied or had the door slammed in their face. Woo, too many times for me to even count. 10 times, 20 times. People thought they would never, ever make it. Never, ever, ever, ever. I heard one rap artist, I can't remember who it is, said it took them 20 years to get to the point of making decent money. I forgot what the rap artist is, so I don't want to shout the wrong name. Yeah. Yeah, he was doing an interview and he said it took him 20 years. He said while we were watching him on TV, and he's very popular too, he said he was making money, but he wasn't making enough to be comfortable and enough to sustain his family. You know, he was here and there, and that we were listening to him on the radio, he performing, but it wasn't what we thought. It took him 20 years. Yes, yes. So it comes with work. You know, you have to have that ambition. Great fortune always favors the bold, you know, but in the meantime, in between time, if it's something that you want to do, I would go for it, and I wouldn't care who's talking, who, whatever. I would go for it. Why perish planet Earth without giving yourself your best shot, without betting on you? Forget hanging with the cool kids and looking cool. Because the secret is, while you worrying about somebody saying that look corny or hanging with the cool kids, them cool kids really be insecure. That's why they got to stay linked up. What's keeping them alive is they pulling on each other's energy for survival, hoping one don't lead a group. Because if somebody lead a group and make it, it just might collapse the circle of the cool kids. Inspiration for somebody that need to hear it. Inspiration for somebody that need to hear that. Forget worrying about what somebody gonna say. Forget the judgment. Just keep going. There's an audience for everybody. Whatever idea you have in your mind or in your heart, there's an audience. There's somebody who's waiting to see what you have. There's nothing too foolish, and there's an audience for you. Ain't nobody else gonna tell you, but I'm gonna tell you. Okay? All right. So now, the next card we have is the Magician. Okay? Working your magic with the infinity symbol right there. So this means that this gift, this skill, this talent will last you for the long haul and even create generational wealth, meaning assets left behind, you know, for the next generation as well. Because you're someone very determined. You've been at this for a long time. You're already a professional. That's what it feels like. The only thing that you're missing is the right people. That's all, the right connections. And it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Like a thief in the night. It's coming. It's coming. You only get one shot. Okay. Now, Eminem, do not miss this opportunity. It comes once in a lifetime. You only get one shot. You better take this opportunity. Okay? Let nothing get in your way. What is for you will never pass you by. And anyone watching who needs to be encouraged, you better get encouraged. What y'all waiting on? Don't you know we in a different era? We're constantly in the energy of evolution. Nothing stays the same. That's why old things doesn't work, because we in a whole different shift, a whole different paradigm where some people are. Because that's mental and spiritual. That's another vehicle. That's another video. Maybe you're going to get a new vehicle, another vehicle. Maybe someone's going to get a new car. Maybe with this bonus, you're going to go buy a new car. But you've waited long enough with the Hangman here. You've waited long enough. It's your time. It's your time. Baby. Here comes all the options. 7 of Cups. This is multiple options. All right. Everything you fantasized about. Okay. Be mindful what is for you. Be sure to not indulge. Okay. All right. This is going to give you the opportunity right now. It says, the menu says Indian food, okay? This is going to give you, like I said, it's going to increase your network ability to connect with the right people and places to enhance your career, as well as, you know, you'll be entertaining yourself, you know, going to different places to travel, you know, different styles a restaurant eating. Okay, you see, he's eating Indian food. That's what the menu said. It's just a metaphor, but uh, you'll be privy to having more options in life on many levels. Where you live, what you drink, what you eat, the kind of people you hang around, where you shop, your language may even change. And ain't nothing wrong with it. Don't let nobody tell you that's arrogant. You better do it now. You better do it, collective. This is someone has some boy something coming for them, and they have no idea. They have no idea. And this is not about money for you. The money is coming anyway, but this is something you're passionate about. Like I said, you could have been maybe singing in a choir since a small child, and maybe you're still singing at church in the choir. That's for some, not all. Okay, this is a general read, not a personal one. If you like a personal one, though, you can check out the description below. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, even changing the way you dress, okay, how you handle your business. Look at that big smile. Like I said, you're going to be more happier, more vitality. It's like your vitality is going to increase, okay? Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Number 9 is one away from the 10. Gathering with new energy, people who are interested in building and creating, people who are well established, okay? So be prepared, but I'm pretty sure what I'm about to say, collective, you already know. People calling you arrogant, you think you all that, you don't come around no more. You're supposed to be changing, especially if your tax bracket is changing. You don't want to be a victim of one of them people who just got to go to the hood. You can give back, but you can have someone else do that. You don't have to show your face and, you know, go back to the hood and you can donate and give back without showing your face. You can have someone else. I mean, real talk. If maybe you want to do something for a neighborhood you grew up in. Okay. Maybe you want to pass out turkeys for Thanksgiving for those who worship the holidays. Okay. Some do, some don't. But you could distribute the money, the funds, and have someone else go and do that. And tell them just bring your receipt and take pictures. That's for someone. That's being given in my message because they want me to distribute that. Because someone's about to come into a large blessing and don't feel the need to have survivor's remorse and feel like you have to run back to the hood and where you come from and show people you ain't changed and you're not being blessed and given this opportunity so you can moonwalk, so you can walk backwards, so you can stay stagnant. You're given this opportunity to push you ahead. And so you have to move different because it's not about being in fear. It's about utilizing your intelligence, because you're about to become increasingly known. You may be hood famous now, but you're about to be world renowned and your bank account is about to change. And you may have pure intentions, but the truth is, collective, that everybody does it. And that's out of our control. And so it's this message is for this particular portion of this read is for someone. Don't feel obligated to go to the hood. You can donate and give back, but you don't have to be present to do that. They have people you can hire to do that, and they can bring you a receipt, take a picture of them passing out the turkeys or the Christmas baskets. Real talk. This is for somebody. Maybe you've always wanted to give back, and you said, you know what? When I get on my feet, I'm going to return the favor. I'm going to help with this. There's nothing wrong with that, but be wise about it. You don't have to, drive through your hood, on your 26s. You don't. Oh boy, now I ain't calling out no rims now. Okay, somebody. Okay, all right. Okay, somebody likes classic cars. Oh, yeah. You don't have to because desperate people do desperate things, and not to be cruel, but it's just a reality. Your intentions could be pure to come and share, but people who are in the same conditions that you left them, They don't see it as you're giving back. There are people who actually take that as an insult. Well, why is a collector come driving a drop top around me? All them gold chains. And that's when folks get thirsty and start plotting on people. And so this portion of the message is for someone. You don't have to show your face or have your body in the place to give back. You can give back. And the Spirit is saying there are people who you can hire for that. And you don't have to worry about nobody stealing from you or not doing what you want them to do, because they will bring you a receipt and they can take pictures, to show you, the turkeys were given out, the Christmas baskets were given out, or whatever you plan on giving back to. Don't be so anxious to want to show and prove. Stay focused on your craft. This opportunity is for you to live your life and enjoy every moment of it. You've had your moment of working hard. You've endured a lot. You've endured a lot. You pulled yourself out of this energy here. You were able to stay strong and persevere through it all, through the judgment, through people telling you can't live with them, you got to go somewhere else, or do what I say, or else, picking up, you weren't even disrespectful. You kindly packed your things and just went on about your business. And so you've healed from that and moved on and persevered. And so there's no need to be in the space or the place. That's for somebody. Okay, and now I'm hearing they want me to tell you there's actually people you can hire to do that. Okay? Mm-hmm. And posting what you have online. Okay? You don't need to post a picture with a stack of money to get here. That's for somebody, babe. That's for somebody. Okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because see, you'll have that hater. There's always a petty Pendergrass or a petty LaBelle somewhere. You see the balloon? What does it say? Boring. You're in a good mood. You're in good energy. You could be planning something nice. And look, that's so boring. That's whack. They doing what? They want to do what? That's so whack. And that'll be one of the haters right there. That'll be trying to sabotage. They in the hood. What they here for? I thought they had a mansion. What they here for? What they come over here for? Yeah. There are people who don't know how to reside around progress or a certain caliber of frequency. They take it as an insult. Not all, but there is a portion of people who are like that. Okay? So the Wheel of Fortune is here to back it up for you. Backing it up. Okay? Things are changing in your favor, and they're letting you know you are protected, but they want you to make the right moves. Okay? Make the right moves. Don't feel like you have to show and prove anything. And you can give back. You can donate, but do it wisely. Okay? Do it wisely. There are also people, wealthy people who does anonymous donation. Okay? I learned that from a very good friend of mine. There are people who do anonymous donating all the time. I won't name nobody, no people. Yep, all the time. Confirmation with the motorcycle. Mm-hmm. So you can do that too. They have anonymous donation as well. Okay? And you'll still receive a receipt or confirmation that your money was put towards that project or that program or that school or that backpack giveaway or whatever it is that you desire to do. Okay? Because they want you to move differently. Okay? The next card we have is the Five of Wands. They want you to avoid the conflict. There is a way to live your best life and avoid the conflict. Okay? And so this is for you. This is for you. This is your blessing. This is your, for you. They want you to make sure you protect what you're being blessed with, the opportunity, the position. Do not miss your opportunity. Enjoy. You don't have to be anxious. You don't have to be nervous. But enjoy the opportunity that you're being given. That's what they're saying. Have fun. Enjoy. Buy what you want, travel, do what you want, but enjoy and just be wise about it. Okay? Be wise. Like I said, having different options and opportunities of where to shop, places to go, because you'll be in a whole new tax bracket. It's not about anyone being stuck up or arrogant. You're supposed to change. We're constantly in the energy of evolution. And anyone tell you that or say that to you, let them know, just say thank you. I've been working on changing for a long time. I'm glad you recognize. Like straight up, you're supposed to change. You don't move the same way. What the and those things that I am describing will help you maintain the balance, in your career, will help you maintain that balance, that stability. Life is not perfect for no one, no matter how much money you have, but it will help you maintain the consistency, of having some form of peace, have your boundaries and enforce them. And you can do that with it's not even hard, What you allow will be. Spirit is saying, don't show everything. Don't show and tell everything. This blessing is not for that. And there's a lot of people, baby, got a hard wee. Mm-mm-mm. Very hard headed when it comes to that. I believe some people know, they just don't care. What is that? Is that grade school? We do show and tell. Will you bring? Yeah. Will you bring something? This is my toy. This is my. Yeah. They want to show and tell everything, and it's just not smart. You have to get to a point. This is not for everybody, but I'm talking about the show and tell part, because everyone isn't like that. There are some people that know to be private. Okay. They know they're not going to ruin what they have built, earned, and worked for. But there's no need for that. It creates jealousy and envy. It really does. Okay? And especially if you plan on having a family, and expanding, and most likely eventually that will occur. You'll meet somebody, have a kid or two. They got their backstage passes while mom or dad is getting ready to go on stage. Maybe they're with the nanny or something. Waiting for mom and dad to finish the show. Then you jump into the ride, and hey, it's it's a new ball game. So upon this blessing, you're just going to have to move different. Move different. You know, they got the backstage passes, both of them. That's what that represents in this read. One is coming with conflict. This is someone from your past, probably trying to have access or get something that they're not entitled to. They're trying to create conflict. And this is most likely your nanny, okay? Or it could be your spouse with your child, just having some good time in the green room or something. All right, keeping the child company or whatever. Yeah, yeah. But there goes that energy, of that hater, wanting to keep conflict, wanting to be a problem. You or someone around you could have Capricorn in your chart. Just be careful. Old lovers, old friends. You know, I just want to see what you're doing. I just come to see how you. They better speak to your secretary, your manager, enforce your boundaries, and um, and don't waver. And people will know, to follow through with whatever this skill is for you. Yeah, tell them make an appointment. They have to do it the right way. Go on the website, whatever it is. Maybe you have a website set where people can book appointments or book you or whatever your skill is, okay? You could become a famous chef, okay? A celebrity chef, okay? You say booked and busy when you travel. You get into the bag too, living a good life. That's a career. That's an influential career. That's a successful career. And this represents you giving back. But just do it wisely. Do it wisely. It's a great thing to pay it forward, but do it wisely. Okay? See, you switching your wardrobe, changing the clothing. Okay? You went from sitting on the couch in the white tee, okay? And look how posh you are. Very posh, very posh. hmm So this is a very excellent reading here. Congratulations to you, whomever you are. Yeah. Remain optimistic about your present as well as your future. This is a lot of good energy. I'm still smiling ear to ear. I've never done a read like this before where they had me singing all through. So this could be for someone that sings or someone who raps or someone who writes music or you play instruments. This could also be for hairdressers, barbers, a chef, whatever you do that is creative, okay, or that is a talent or a skill. It can be turned into something very profitable for you. Don't disregard your opportunity. And also, before I close out, they're telling me to tell someone to be careful with their presentation. You don't know who's watching you. You could be on social media, or if you're going somewhere to set up. Ooh, slow down. This is a lot. If you're going somewhere to set up to sell your merchandise, or if you are online, presentation is everything. When I say be careful, that's nothing negative. That's a positive, meaning work with what you have, but presentation is everything, meaning when it comes to neatness, cleanness, order, if you only got a table and chair, okay, work with that table and chair, but make sure it's clean, that kind of energy. If you're selling items, maybe you have, okay, somebody selling candles or soaps or oils. If you're going somewhere and you're setting up for sales, presentation is everything. If it crossed your mind to go get a tablecloth and put a flower on the table around your merch, your spirit team is saying, do that. You'll be surprised the little bitty things that can get people's attention and draw them into you. You don't know who knows who. You never know where your goal lies. They want you to focus, but don't disregard the little things. Maybe they've been trying to get this message to you. Now I'm hearing little things. It's the little things. And the joy it brings. It's the little things. I think that's NDRE. Okay. So it's the little things. Okay. If you have a pop up shop. Okay. Yeah. If you get a new idea to change something, change it. You don't have to be nervous, but they're saying that's your spirit team. They're saying that's us. We're telling you different things. It may be a particular color, different colors that you can work with that draws and attract attention, that can attract the right attention, that can make the right person going past your booth or your table or your store or your trunk. I don't care if you're outside, okay, selling products outside of a store. Get that tablecloth. Get something pretty to hold it down or tie it down. And presentation is everything. They keep saying that. Do your best to make it neat, make it clean, make it beautiful. And even you, presentation is everything. If you're doing something where you're showing your face, where you're showing you, presentation is everything. They keep saying it. If you're somewhere doing hair online, yeah, just because somebody's sitting in a chair, they're looking at the hairstyle, but the setup it matters. Even if you have that chair in the corner, it's not what you have. They're saying work with what you have, but make sure it's clean, it's neat. Make sure there's an expression of I'm passionate. This is what I do, and this is how passionate I am. You ain't got to have the best barber chair. You ain't got to have the best clippers, the best flat irons. Work with what you have, but make sure that you just cleanliness and neatness. Okay. And make sure you're getting a lot of rest. If you are filming, you're showing your face. Wow, they give me a lot. Take care of yourself. Take a break when you need to. It's okay to take a break because what is for you will not pass you by, collective. It's okay to take time to go within. What is for you will not pass you by. You must rejuvenate. You must have those moments of a day to do nothing. Maybe you want to sleep in. Go ahead. Because maybe you've been, working, or stand up. Get that rest that is needed. Drink your water. Make sure you're eating. Don't skip meals. Take care of yourself. That's for somebody, okay? This whole reading does not have to resonate with you. Bits and pieces of this reading may resonate with you. Or bits and pieces of this reading may resonate with someone that you know. You may know someone who's very talented, and who's working on their craft in this way, who's very determined and has pure intentions. And they've been working at it for a while, okay? You'll be out of this energy. You won't have to hold on for long. You won't have to. They want you. They're saying they know you will be mindful, even when you switch this new tax bracket and receive this money. They know that you won't overgive. You're going to take care of yourself. Self preservation is key. You're going to pay yourself first. Okay. You're going to do everything within balance, but they don't want you over giving. No survivor's remorse. Give, but don't overdo it. Okay. But you will be out of this energy if you are feeling, look, like I'm getting it, but look, I need more. This will pass. Someone needs to hear that. And it could be maybe causing you some worry or anxiety where, you're like, when is something going to pop? When? It's going to be all right. He's an on-time guy. Yes, he is. May not come when you want him, but he'll be there right on time. He's an on-time God. Yes, he is. See how they got me singing? See how they got me singing? Oh, boy. Oh. So like I was encouraging you earlier, never mind, the judgment. If you are someone who has a gift or a skill that you desire to work on or you want to see yourself do, it's never too late. Never mind someone telling you you're too old, you're not good enough. No one's going to like that. Nobody's going to buy that. Never mind someone calling you a fool. Never mind hanging with the cool kids. Remember, the cool kids are the ones who are really insecure. And that's why they're projecting judgment onto you. It's never too late. You're never too old. I don't care if it's going back to school, further education. Go for it. Don't focus so much on it's too late at my age or I'm not going to have time. You take a step, God will take a step. Your ancestors will take a step. Nobody knows exactly for sure, 99.99999% of the time of what tomorrow holds. But one good thing that we all can do is choose to bet on ourselves. Choose to do something that will assist us in the long run, or at least give us a where you can say, at least I tried. So I'm picking up on that energy too. I'm picking up on someone receiving favor, blessing, opportunity, a lot of good money, a lot of good opportunities and jobs and becoming world renowned and famous, working with different people, traveling, even expanding, having a family. I even picked up somebody's getting a new car, but I'm also picking up that there's someone watching this video. Maybe you've clicked on or and off. I don't know. Maybe the motivation probably peed you off, but all are welcome here. And I don't say that with sarcasm. I say that because I'm human too. Okay. Nobody's perfect. And if there's something you want to do that you're sitting on and you're refusing to, um, go for it. I don't care what it is. Go for it. Go for it. So yeah, so energy works like that. Even if you click on, click off, click on, click off, or I don't like that. It's too positive. Well, this reading is for someone that needs to hear it, and so I have to deliver the messages how they are being channeled to me. I can't pump fake and just say what you want to hear. You know, sometimes people are jealous of you. I think I mentioned a little of that, but this reading here is more high vibing. Okay, so this is a good read. This is positive. Okay, because in this read I picked up that folks are jealous, but not in a way where they want to harm you. The message was for you when you choose to pay it forward and donate. So don't be online, with stacks of money to your ear, posting pictures. Look at me, I'm buying a gold chain, or oh, I got to go to the hood and you pulling up and you drop top. They're saying to be mindful. You don't have to be in fear, but they're saying to be mindful. There are ways you can give back without being present, without showing up in that space, in that place. Okay. This is a gift. The idea of you being removed from your neighborhood. You're being removed from where this old apartment or housing place or space was. Okay. You're being removed from where this house was. And so they're saying that what we're granting you with, there should be no need to go back there. Okay. There should be no need to go back there. When you're working towards progress, that's the thing, especially success and becoming world renowned. This is something that, this is the part that I'm speaking on, that folks have a challenge with. And sometimes, a lot of things happen. I'm not going to speak on that because folks don't want to let go. You got to let some people, places, and things go. And you have to do that permanently. You have to let go. You can't go to the old coffee shop. You can't do that. Now you can send maybe a DoorDash, a gift baskets, or real talk. Maybe you can send some gift cards through somebody else, not you. But you're being catapulted forward. And so if you send out that signal that you're a millionaire, but you want to go to the hood every week because you want to show them that you're still down, then you're sending out the wrong signal to the universe, and that's when things start to occur. Now, I'm not going to go into that. I'm not going to distribute that spirit. We ain't going to talk about that. But you know what kind of things can occur when you send out that wrong signal. And so there's a reason why when people make certain moves in life, they can't deal with their family, meaning their bloodline, and also people that they've grown up with. Sometimes, but very few, and to a minimum. Sometimes, but very few, and to a minimum. And most likely you probably employ that person, but everybody is not able to be around and be mentally and spiritually stable enough to not get jealous of you and want to sabotage. Or you may sign a new contract that says you don't even need their management no more, or you don't need them as an assistant because the new contract comes with all that. Then that old friend may get mad. Then what? You kept them on the side of you, but they're mad because you're moving forward in your career. I'm just giving you an example. You've been given an opportunity, another one, because once you conquer this goal, there'll be another. There'll be more heights for you to experience in a positive way. And I'm just saying, as an example, if you chose to keep your best friend, or we go way back and all that, say you chose to keep one person and you say, you know what, I'm gonna look out. I'm gonna employ my BFF. We've been knowing each other since fifth grade, high school, whatever. You may sign a contract that says you don't even need them. You may hire them to be a secretary, but guess what? The contract says that it comes with a secretary or an assistant. You may hire them to be a stylist. Guess what? The contract says it comes with, the new contract says it comes with two stylists. Now what? You may try to hire somebody to do PR, but the other contract says you got PR. So then you go to the drawing board and you get to using your brain, the right portion of it. You know, they say that we rarely tap in to our mental faculties. And this friend gets mad at you because you have to let them go. Oh, they think you too good now. You know, things, that's just one example. That's just one example. Not always, very few can thrive and survive. And it's not about folks being arrogant. It's about, in order to enjoy, you know, your blessing, your favor, your progress, you have to leave folks behind. You have to love folks from over there. Like I said, you can send them a gift basket if there's somebody you care about like that. I'm talking about leaving your children behind, but I'm saying family, um, toxic, unhealthy people, friends. You can't expect to keep making these moves and keep everybody with you. It don't make sense. We've all put here to grow, and each person has their own path to travel. You know, we're here to learn, endure, experience. We're constantly going through transformations, each and every one of us. Doesn't matter what our nationality is, doesn't matter how much money we have, doesn't matter. We're constantly all experiencing different transformations in our lives. And then some people just not meant to be on that path with you because, hey, the creator got something else for them that doesn't involve that. And when you force what doesn't belong, that's when friction arrives. So be mindful, enjoy, and congratulations, and be mindful. You're expanding, you're working hard, and there they go. Yeah, the collector told me they had to let me go. They ain't need me no more. They mad. You didn't had a good 2, 3 year run with you making good money, but they still don't appreciate the hand you gave, the experience they had. They still, you know, yeah, look at them. They think they are that now. You know, it's you got to be prepared for that. They want you to take the knowledge that you have endured over time and apply it as you move forward. You're very smart, you're very wise. You know how to be independent, you know how to put first things first. Very spiritually inclined. That's what has gotten you to this point. That is what has taken you so far. That is the same energy that made it possible for you to remain independent, to study your crafts, going within. But there will be some people and situations that you will have to let go. You will have to walk away from them, or you have to allow them to move forward without you. This could be a love relationship as you progress that no longer, you know, is working for the both of you because you both are growing. Maybe both of your careers, because I picked that up at the beginning, are growing and expanding. And so your desires change. You know, whether you are successful, famous, wherever you are, doesn't matter who you are, your desires in life are going to change periodically. And I believe that's something that human beings, you know, we don't think or consider that. especially when you obligate yourself to contracts like marriage, things that are long term or maybe permanent, that your desires will change. That's natural part of life. It has nothing to do with who's better on the sexual side. It has nothing to do with anyone's waistline or if they can twerk. Uh, it's natural for your desires to change. We're constantly changing inside and out. It's the environment that we are in, the world that we are in. And so it would be foolish to assume that the way you are today, that you're going to remain the same person inside and out, from top to bottom. Nothing's going to change about you. The way you think, the way you chew, nothing's going to change. Your looks, you know, we can go on and on about that topic by itself. And so desires will change, but they want you not to, as you see this person has their hand up, they want you not to, if someone wants to leave in this relationship, let them. Don't force anyone to stay where they don't want to be. Let those people fall to the side. And it may be hurtful, but the reality is we can't force anyone to do anything. That's the reality. We can't. We may try, we may want to, but we can't. They may receive that good news that they have their job opportunity that they've been waiting for, for their life. And it may be vice versa, okay? Where it's not you, it's you in their shoes, okay? And they're taking off. So be okay with the changes and trust and know that there's a higher power working for you constantly on your behalf. Remain optimistic about your present as well as your future. Yeah, but see, good news is coming in. Good news is coming in, and this is news that is coming in that's going to allow balance into your life. It's going to be like a decision that you have to make that you're not going to pass it up. So get accustomed. When you live a certain lifestyle or pretending. Oh wait, somebody could be pretending. Be careful. Or depending on what your career is, it may cause you or be a job where you are constantly on the move, constantly making changes. And so to say you have a partner that can cope with that, you may have a partner that can deal with that for the moment, but not forever. Their desires are going to want to change, right? Are going to change, or you're going to want to change. They may start off as being okay with not seeing you for 30 to 60 days. Then as time move forward, they might be like, I could be out here dating. What am I doing? I could be out here dating. Let me create me a profile. What am I doing? Wait a minute. My partner's gone for 30 to 60 days and this has been going on too long. Just a good example of that. Those are some things for you to think about. You don't have to stress yourself out, and just be prepared when it comes to relationships, and you know who you are. When this takes off for you, it's okay to fall in love. It's okay to date. It's okay to be married. But when those desires change, the things that a person requires in order to be happy or feel fulfilled, do not allow it to put you in the energy of the Five of Pentacles, where you are without, or you start mishandling your blessing, your favor, or not taking care of yourself because, you've broken up with someone, an opportunity arrived for them and you weren't able to accept it. Be mindful of that. Okay. This could be someone, this for somebody, this could be someone that's a flight attendant. So don't be all in your head, collective. This could be somebody who's a flight attendant and they like overtime. So a flight attendant does what? Travel. And maybe you were able to deal with it at the beginning, but eventually, you get like, look, okay, someone away in the service. Okay. Six of Swords, which represents being in a situation where you are at calmer waters, where you are more at peace. Okay. But the Six of Swords represents change and movement and being supported. Okay. You may have someone in the service. Okay. Or could be preparing to enlist. Okay. Or maybe you're already in this connection. Maybe you've married someone. Okay. And you're alone quite often, male or female. Remember, gender is fluid in tarot. We both, no matter what kind of organ you have, we have both within masculine and feminine energy. So things change. Period. That's something we don't think about. When we become disappointed when things don't go our way, we go straight to the bag of emotions. We never stop to say, well, their desires changed. you know their desires changed, and that's natural. It takes time to get to that level of perception. Spiritually speaking, it takes time to get there, but I'm being told to convey that message because somebody needs to know that desires will change. So when it comes to relationships, just know, some will come, some will stay, and some will go. But be okay with it. It's gonna work out fine. Work out fine. Do, 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 do. It's gonna work out fine, collective. You've planted the seeds. You've done the work. You've done all the work that is necessary and required. So it's going to work out fine. Mm-hmm. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. And as I say, work. Look at the Eight of Coins. That's what that represents. Determination, craftsmanship, skill. The hard part is over. And so now you are being like placed on this new path of stardom or recognition. Yeah, they said this could be let them know this could be a flight attendant. Okay, maybe we have one watching. Hey, you have a flight attendant watching, or you apply for a flight attendant job. They gonna hire you. That you gonna get that job. But they gonna give me that message. And you okay? Whoever you dating may not be okay. Well, we will see. You know. So enjoy your moments of celebration. Enjoy, the people that you are blessed to have in your path who are uplifting, because it's not all bad and negative. There are going to be people in your life who are, part of your vibe, part of your tribe that's on your frequency, people whom, you shop at the same places with, you may go to the same restaurants, that kind of energy who will cheer you on. You will make new friends, okay? We know it ain't all bad because it's all about balance, okay? The duality, the polarity. So there are great people in the world. You must know, okay, that you will be celebrating with, but enjoy your moments of celebration. Don't allow that breakup to have you looking sad, you know? Enjoy life. Whatever skill you have, whatever career you have, okay? Dreams do come true. It can happen for you. They're making me sing, collective. They're making me sing. Oh, it can happen. And don't be indecisive. Go get it. Go get it. You or someone around you could have a Libra placement in their chart, okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The Ace of Coins, ambition, prosperity, opportunity. It's a lot of that coming out. It's just confirmed for you, collective, over and over and over again. Okay. What else collective needs to know? One second, ladies and gentlemen. Mm-hmm. Collective, three cards for you. The first one says, at times you may receive a series of favors or unexpected gifts for no apparent reason. The angels are here to remind you that you are deserving of all good things. Collective, the angels are here to remind you that you deserve all good things. So as I was singing that Eminem song, partially, do not miss this opportunity. You only get one life. I don't know the rest of the lyrics. Do not miss this opportunity, okay? Stay in good spirits. Remain optimistic about your present or your future, okay? You hear many of stories of people go from living in their car to being world renowned, rich, famous, wealthy, millionaires, billionaires, gazillionaires. You didn't heard the stories. You didn't hear the stories. Come on, collective. You didn't hear the stories. The next card we have is a baby may suddenly shift her gaze and spontaneously smile, the sweetest smile on earth. This little one somehow knows she is blessed with an angel presence. So that's like, this reminds me of cooing of when a baby like sleeps or naps and just starts smiling, or also being in the presence of a child, a baby, or a toddler, and they smile at you. They know that they are in the angel's presence. Or when they smile in their sleep as well. How beautiful. How beautiful is that? The next card we have here is angels often manifest as nature spirits, sometimes joining forces with trees to bring healing energy to earth. Sitting quietly with a tree will help you feel grounded and renewed by its ancient wisdom. So there could be a need for you to ground yourself. That will really deeply and greatly prepare you for this mission that you are on, because you're in your building stage, or you're could be possibly at the beginning. You know, maybe you've already received this good news, even if it's a job opportunity. Okay, all right, that promotion, or that opportunity you've been working on. So make sure you're grounding yourself and you're connecting with nature, and know that you are deserving of all great things. That's why, don't question, expect a positive outcome. And now this time concludes the read, and may it assist you for your highest good. Later.